The Moondrop Chew 3 is already being called an IEM killer. That's a bold statement for a product that costs roughly $25. So today, let's separate the excitement from the evidence. Disclaimer. This review is based on publicly available information, manufacturer material, current reporting, and early community impressions. Since the Chew 3 launched only recently, there isn't enough long-term ownership data to make definitive claims about reliability. First, let's talk about the launch. The Chew 3 was unveiled as the third generation of Moondrop's Chew line and became available internationally at around $24.99. Early Chinese launch pricing was even lower, with some users reporting prices around 99 RMB. That's already enough to get attention. But price alone doesn't make an IEM good. Moondrop says the Chew 3 uses a 10mm dynamic driver with an aluminum-magnesium alloy diaphragm, an N52 magnet, and a CNC machined brass nozzle. It also retains the metal housing and detachable 0.78mm 2-pin cable. The company is clearly emphasizing engineering rather than simply throwing a cheap driver into a plastic shell, and early owners seem to agree that something is happening here. First impressions. Post described the Chew 3 as sounding far beyond what its price would suggest. The reviewer liked its warm presentation, controlled bass and moderate treble sparkle, while also praising its comfortable fit and build quality. But there is a counter-argument. Another detailed early review called it a bassy all-rounder and praised the slam, impact, and texture. However, that reviewer also said the mid-bass could bleed into the mids and reduce vocal clarity, particularly for some female vocals. So the phrase IEM killer needs some context. It doesn't mean the Chew 3 destroys every more expensive IEM. It means the price-to-performance equation may be unusually aggressive. And then we reach the one issue that keeps appearing in community discussions: the brass nozzle. The Chew 3 retains brass, despite reports and concerns about oxidation affecting the Chew 2. Several users have specifically questioned this design decision, particularly those living in humid climates. That's a legitimate thing to monitor, but it's equally important not to exaggerate it. We don't yet have enough long-term Chew 3 ownership evidence to say the new model will suffer the same fate. So my conclusion is straightforward. The Moondrop Chew 3 currently looks like one of the more interesting budget IEM releases of 2026. Its low price, metal construction, replaceable cable, and strong early sound impressions make it easy to recommend for people who want affordable, fun listening. Just don't confuse early hype with a completed long-term reliability record. If Moondrop gets the durability side right, this could become one of those budget products people keep recommending for years.